In today's video I'm going to be doing a Hell guide, who is also known as the goddess of the underworld. In this guide I'm going to be going over her abilities, combos, builds, pros and cons, and some few tactics at the end. I'm going to be talking about Hell's passive first because this is what makes up her entire kit. So Hell is a stance switcher, allowing her into two different forms known as light form or her dark form. Hell has 3 abilities in each stance, so in total she'll have 6 abilities, not including her ult. In her dark stance, Hell has 20% increased magical power, and in light stance she'll have 20% healing increase. When you enter a different stance, the effects of that stance will only be given to you after 3 seconds, shown in the passive bar on the bottom left. Hell's 1, known as Decay or Restoration, is a projectile line ability. In her dark stance, it fires out an orb in a 55 range with an explosion at the end. This explosion happens in a 12 unit radius. The explosion will end if it hits an enemy god, a wall, or it's just the end of the animation. In her light stance, she fires out an orb again in a 55 range, however this is without an explosion. This can heal allies for 36% of her magical power. If you actually land the hit on an allied god with this ability, it will also heal yourself too. This light stance ability does do damage, unlike all the other light stance abilities, and it will do 50% of your magical power. Hell's 2, known as Hinder or Cleanse, is a ground target with a radius of 20. In her dark stance, it places a debuff and a slow on enemy gods in the circle for 3 seconds. As you can see on the Odin there, it has a slow aura around him. In her light stance, she cleanses herself and allies inside the circle of all CC effects and further ones for 1.5 seconds. As you can see here, I've been selected because I'm inside the circle, and when I move it to Odin, he'll be selected as well. This can work on all 5 gods, however obviously they have to be inside the circle. This cleanse can work on things such as a Dargiel, an Anubis stun, an Agni stun, a Isis stun and slow. So Hell's 3, Repulse or Inspire. This is an area ability with a radius of 30. In her dark stance form, this damages all enemies in the targeted area for 70% of her magical power. As you can see here, it's the 30 radius, so it will damage all enemies, and it will even damage enemies behind you as well. In her light stance, when using this ability, she will heal herself instantly, and if this is used on an allied god, it will heal them for a tick every 1 second for 6 seconds. The self-heal on this ability is 30% of your magical power, and the tick heal for the allies is 5% of your magical power. As you saw there, myself and the Odin both had a movement speed aura around us as well. This is because this ability also gives movement speed. With this ability, Hell gains 25 movement speed, and she gives 10% to nearby allies. Hell doesn't have an ult, so she's given a buff instead. In each stance, Hell gives half of the buffs to allies in a 30 unit radius. In her dark stance, she gives allies 15 up to 35 magical power, and in her light stance, she gives allies 6.5 up to 12.5 protection. Hell also gains increased MP 5. So on your order abilities on Hell, you're going to want to go 3 first for clear, then your 1, then your 2, and then your 5. With your levelling order, even though you would have got your 3 first, you want to upgrade your 1, then your 3, a couple points into the 5, but prioritize the 2, and then you want to upgrade your 5 last. With combos, you're going to want to be in a dark stance, use your 2 for the slow, 1 for the range, and then your 3. You can also do your 3 and then your 1, then your 3 so you're in range, your 2 for the debuff and slow, and then your 1. The reason why you're going to be doing the most aggressive combos in your dark stance is because the 1 in your light stance is the only one that does damage. This is good for the combo in your light stance 1, then your dark stance 2, 1, and then 3. Some good builds for Hell are going to be shown on screen now. Moving on to pros and cons of Hell. With your pros, you have high sustain, you have high area damage and burst potential, you have high lane pressure. This is because of your 1 and your 3 and your dark stance for clear. And in your light stance, you can use your tick heal to heal your minions. The healing won't be major, as obviously the enemy minions will be attacking yours as well, so they're going to be taking damage, but it does give you a lot of lane pressure early and late game. Hell also has a lot of rush potential. You wouldn't really think this, as obviously she doesn't have an escape ability, but because of her movement speed and the debuff and slow, she can rush and take down enemy gods very well. Hell is also CC clean too, which helps herself and her allies. With Hell's cons, she is weak when she is not played properly. You need to play her light stance and her dark stance both aggressively and defensively when you need to. As you know, Hell doesn't have an escape ability. This means she can be ganked really easily, and it also means she's weak early game. Not weak with her burst damage. She actually had pretty good clear and burst damage. It's just for the fact that she can be ganked so easily. Therefore, she can die early, giving the enemy team an advantage. Going against anti-heal is going to be a big problem for you, so you might want to get some items that reduce healing on the enemy team. With tactics, just remember to place wards around the map, remember to heal your minions, and just try and apply as much lane pressure as you can. I hope this guide helped. If anyone has any questions, I'll be happy to answer them in the comments. Thank you for watching.